is up?
Happy Sunday morning.
Happy.
Actually, Sunday morning, too. It's not like 2 o'clock. And I'm like...
Yeah. I mean,
you know?
I was just like, hey, we're going to record Sunday morning every morning moving forward. So spend your Sundays with Lulu and Pop. What is up, son? I have an orange and a coffee.
I have a tea and a tissue.
My baby's battling the sniffles.
Yeah, getting over a sickness.
At least you didn't get did you get the flu this year?
No, knock on wood. Dude. Is this real wood? This is plywood. Plywood good enough? It's not gonna. No, I did not. I got tested for the flu this week, but it wasn't the flu. It was just a virus.
All right. Well, that's good. Good for you.
Yeah.
I may or may not have had the flu.
Yeah, y'all can go back and listen to that episode.
That was a good time.
When Denver tried to kill Mark.
Yeah.
It's a good episode.
Sure was. So, how are you? How's things?
I'm good. You know, the sun's shining.
Yeah. Still cold as a motherfucker out here.
Yeah, March is definitely... It didn't come in like a lion. It's just been a lion. You know?
Yeah, we're supposed to get like another nor'easter.
I know.
We might get another snow day.
I know.
When is spring break?
Some spring breaks already happened.
What? Really?
Yep. Because my spring break was always in March at some point, and it was always snowing.
Wow.
Because it was the Poconos. And I wasn't one of those kids that went to Cancun.
Have you ever been to Cancun?
No.
Yeah, me neither. All right, so let's get into Married Life with Lulu and Pop. That's where we talk about topics that we went throughout the week. Mm-hmm. So, baby girl, what do you got?
All right, so broad topic. I feel like we may have touched upon this before, but it needs to be touched upon again, and it probably will again.
Put your hands all over it. Put the paws all over it.
So...
Get him, girl. Get him.
Okay. You done? No,
get him, girl.
No.
Get him.
Thank you.
Get him, girl. Get him. Yeah. Okay, I'm done.
All right.
You go, girl.
So, I'm generally a very relaxed and chill person, especially in the work environment, because it's work, and I don't let work stress me out. So there are very few things that get to me. You know, you can be an angry person on the phone and, yell at me. That's fine.
Don't know how to restart their computer.
Yeah. You know, there's a lot of things that I have a lot of patience for. One of the few things that I never bring up, unless I know I'm around a like-minded person, it's someone that I consider almost, usually it's a friend, you know. But I don't bring up politics, religion, any of the, you know, the big controversial things that, you know, there's two strong opinions.
Like ethics?
Yeah, and one of the opinions might be, you know, racist and small-minded, and I don't have time for that, nor do I want to delve into that at work.
Right.
So, yeah, there was perhaps an incident this week that inspired me to talk about this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something may have happened at the workplace.
Something may have happened to me or someone that I work with.
Yeah.
Where they may have started to go in about how great... They started to touch on the current person that is president.
45.
Don't want to say his name.
Yes.
And military stuff.
Yeah. I just want people to know the military is doing pretty good.
It is.
It's doing... I've been out of the military for, 6, 7 years?
Yeah.
And I'm just now getting back to the pay I was making in the military. Mm-hmm. You know, and I have a college degree now.
You sure do.
And I'm like just getting there. So the military is not hurting for any people who say that, like, I'm not saying the military wastes money, but I don't think there's a shortage there.
They're not hard up for funding right now.
Yeah. I think people feel guilty sometimes that they were afraid to go to the military. So they always want to extra big up how difficult and how strenuous it is for people in the military. But they don't really want to do that much for people in the military.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they might buy the bracelet. You know, some of them, like the really diehard ones, they might pack up those care packages, which are fucking awesome. I want you to know, especially ones from like kids, fucking awesome. You like open them up and it's like this fucking construction paper with like crayons and shit's misspelled, but you can still read it. And then there's like drawings and shit. And it's just like, they think we're out here like shooting whales and shit. And it's just like, that's so cute.
That's adorable.
Yeah, and they give you things like razors and underwear and like socks and then candy. You know, there's always candy. Every once in a while, someone will give you some instant coffee, which is like clutch. You get like some Starbucks shit in there.
No, I want to start sending care packages or have like the little kids do it.
It was really just care packages in general. Like I didn't get a lot of care packages. Like it just wasn't.
Can you imagine if you'd known me then? Because I would have been sending you between me and my mom.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I would have been that guy that's getting all the care packages and all the other guys, because there would be people who would get crazy care packages, and they would just like lose the respect of the care packages. They would just leave them open on the desk for people to go through.
Oh, yeah, like I don't need no more little Debbie cakes,
right?
Or something.
Yeah,
Like,
and I just used to be like, dog, man, like some people get no care packages.
Oh,
you know what I mean? And it's just like you get them like you get like one every 3 weeks. Like, fuck out of here. What do you mean you don't love this shit? Are you crazy? Your nana loves the shit out of you, dude. You better go home and hug her ass. You better clean her house.
Yeah.
You know, you better fucking do great shit in her name because she fucking loves you. So, yeah. Care packages. If you know someone in the military, send one right now.
Yeah, I'm inspired. I don't know anyone actively in the military right now.
No. I don't know. Then buy one of those bracelets.
Oh. But so yeah, so clearly we are not, I'm not anti-military by any means.
Right.
This person made a comment that really, with all the shit going on right now, it was one of those things where I was like, you know, when you just go through the moment where in your head you say all this shit and you're like, I can't say any of this right now. I can't yell. I just needed to turn around and shake my head and go pretend to do some work.
Yep.
And message my coworkers that I know feel the same way as me.
Yeah.
But it's like, what do you do when someone comes up to you and is just, you know, for example, someone comes up to you and is like, brings up Black Lives Matter, you know?
Yeah.
Like, even for me, if someone come up to me and is like, I don't get that shit. You know, what do you at that point, you're like, ugh.
That guy did it when we were on our honeymoon. He just came out of nowhere and was like, Black Lives Matter, right? And I was like, what?
We were on our fucking honeymoon. Fucking Dallas.
Yeah.
Wasn't a good look.
It was not a great look. And so when that happens, because I've had it happen at work also.
Yeah, I know you have.
Yeah. And, oh man, I wonder which episode was that? That was like last year.
I know we have brought this up. Being,
we had that
you know, PC in the workplace and things that should be said and things that shouldn't be said.
Right. Yeah.
And who you say it to.
Yeah. I feel like when with these experiences with me, it has always been old white ladies. Majority of the time when it comes to politics, it's old white ladies.
It sure is.
When it comes to like inappropriate talk,
young white men, straight.
Young white men, and I would say right next to them is old white men.
And they're straight. That's just.
Oh, yeah. Cisgendered.
Yep.
Cis hetero norm. I think that's the term.
Okay. All right.
If I'm wrong,
please let
I'm
us.
working on it.
Yeah, we're trying.
I'm working on it. Help me out.
Yeah.
Help me out. Be there for me. Support me so I can support you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and it spread through the office, through the environment pretty quickly. Yeah,
it did. Everyone knew.
That's why you gotta leave that shit not at work. You know?
And it's like, I am a very low key person, and I don't like to, I won't escalate things unless, if you say something straight up racist, sexist, homophobic,
right?
I'm going to go to leadership. Like, I'm going to be like, nope, not dealing with this. Like,
right. Okay. Yeah.
I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
Like, because in the workplace, I can't.
You're there a lot.
I am there all day with this person or whoever, whoever says this.
Right.
And I can't escalate this conversation because there's no way to gracefully talk about certain things.
Yeah.
Because we all know if you believe one thing, I'm not changing.
There's no graceful way to justify racism.
Exactly. And
there's no graceful way to justify child murder.
Yep.
You know what I mean? There's no like, let me just hop, skip, and jump right over global warming because it's fucking cold in the springtime. It's about to snow in the springish. Well, it's still technically winter, right? Or no?
Yeah, up until I think the first day of spring is this coming week, actually. Tuesday.
Even still, it is like snowing to the deadline. Like this shit is wild.
And I can't, like, in my head, I'm like, I don't have time for your dumbass. But I can't say that. But that's my feelings with anyone that's speaking some nonsense.
I think you can say that. I just think you have to say it the right way. You know what I mean? So instead of saying, I don't got time for your dumbass, maybe you can say something like, oh man, I have a lot of work to do. And then you turn around.
Yeah, that's kind of what, like, luckily my phone started ringing and I was like, ooh, phone ringing, gotta answer this.
Yeah. I never know. When my circumstance, I was stuck with the person in a car for an hour.
Oh, yeah.
Just me and her.
Yeah, that's tough.
I couldn't just do other work.
Yeah.
So for an hour, I actively
had to engaged
with her, reasoned with her, got her to see how Make America Great Again and All Lives Matter and Black Lives Matter mean different things to different people.
Vastly.
And I got her to realize that she might hold some racist beliefs, but it was really fucking with her because she has like a black, I think, grandbaby or a half black grandbaby. Mm-hmm. And she took her in. And she's like, and she looks real black. And then that was like her justification for not.
I worked with a lady too that had a half black granddaughter she was raising. And this lady was pretty fucking racist. But she would use that as like a shield. She'd be like, well, I love my
half black granddaughter. Mm-hmm. And it's like, cool, but all your hateful shit is not making her love herself. Mm-hmm. You know, and if she loves you, she's going to know that you're at odds with half of her. Mm-hmm. One whole half of her ass.
Mm-hmm, that you're not acknowledging or like even trying to like really like fuck with on any level at all. Mm-hmm. So that shit is tough. So, okay. So moving on to my topic of the week. So yesterday I helped my dad move some furniture. And I want to say for the men out there who listen to this, I wonder what our men demographic is like. We should really do a survey to see how many dudes is listening to Lulu and Pop. Mm-hmm. It is for everyone.
The interracial married podcast about life, news, and everything in between. That should be like our new ad.
I like it.
Everyone in between. And we just like finger pop and point and shit.
You love a good finger pop.
Yo, a finger pistol McGee. Mm-hmm. That shit is part of my Lulu and Pop logo. It's the real deal.
Yeah.
And it was part of our engagement pictures.
Yeah, I know.
Not part of our wedding pictures though. No. I left the finger pistols out.
You did.
But on my LinkedIn, also finger pistols.
That's an amazing picture. I love that picture.
Thank you. I should recreate it now that I have longer hair.
That's true.
I should do some things. Okay, so for all the men out there, when you were growing up, your father leaned on you to, or your male guardian leaned on you to, or your female guardian, whatever. They leaned on you to like help lift shit, help move shit. You don't need to hire a company